What's up, everybody? Rob Cash is on the set. Before we get started, any mentioning of any digital asset is not financial advice. You're an adult, you know what to do. If you need help, please go out and seek it. Now, let's get on with it. I'm going to read the title of the article from Crypto News where it says Davos experts. Central banks focused on crypto due to fear of exclusion. Yes, you see the title. I'm going to say it again. Central banks focus on crypto due to fear of exclusion. Now, this article come out January 24th, which was Friday. Today's Sunday. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to read some parts of the article, and I'm going to show you something at the end of this article to show you what's relative here, and that's beneficial for all of us. Now, right here, as you see on the screen where it says World Economic Forum 50. Now, a lot of us pretty much from an investment perspective do not care about CBDCs because I know I don't. But they matter. It matters because with them moving forward with even their own type of cryptocurrency to help them, I guess, remain efficient or relevant, this is going to pull all of the utility tokens into play and give some major relevancy, to the cryptocurrency industry, which we've been seeing over the last couple of years. So, in light, CBDC's lives matter, just to put it, bluntly. So, I'm going to start reading from the article right here where it says, European Commission executives have conceded that there is a pressing need for digital alternatives to conventional currency, but continue to condemn cryptocurrencies as highly speculative. Speculative. I mean, let these people feel or talk the way they want to talk. The point is, no matter what they're saying here, real digital assets are going to be pulled into the conventional fold. So let's read further. In a panel session entitled Creating a Credible and Trusted Digital Currency, held at the World Economic Forum in Davos on Thursday, Valdis Dombrov, oh God, okay, Vladis Dombrovskis, okay, Dombrovskis, executive vice president at the European Commission, stated that governments must issue warnings to investors on the highly speculative nature of cryptocurrencies. Now, again, they're still going to, put out their FUD shots for people who are unconvinced or on the fence about cryptocurrencies in general. But for us OGs or veterans or people who are new but have done their research in the space, this means nothing. So they still got to, put their stabs out there, to have people be repelled from the market. But it's okay. Let them do what they do because once, of course, they put it out there themselves that the water is okay and the people run in, they're going to reap the benefits. So they probably just want to hold the line a little longer. So I'm not going to take that little speculative nature of cryptocurrencies comment personal. So let's move on. However, Dombrovskis conceded that Brussels also recognizes there are now financial needs that are unaddressed, including fast, convenient, and cheap cross border payments. Now, for those of us that have been in the space for a while, we've been, shouting to the heavens about how inefficient, just how finance is dealt with globally is just ridiculous. It's extremely inefficient. You can get money across around the world faster on a plane, than you can by, I guess, traditional finance methods. The expert panel agreed that cryptocurrencies could help bring global small businesses into the international financial system, but claimed that public institutions still mistrust crypto based finance. Nonetheless, central banks around the world are increasingly showing interest, an indication that they fear being left out of the emerging crypto sector. Yes, there's a lot of fear going on. Now, down here, the same man with this bad last name uh, spoke of his comment right here. What Dombrovskis? This name, whatever. Dombrovskis opened. It's clear that if the European banking system does not address this demand, someone else will. Kind of like a woman being mistreated. If you don't take good care of her, someone else will. And Tharman, oh God, these names, my goodness. Okay. Tharman Shanmu Garretnam. Okay. Tharman Shanmugaratnam, chairman of the Monetary Authority of Singapore, stated, we should ask ourselves what the real use cases are and where we could add value. Okay, so there's plenty of use cases, and a lot of utility tokens are already out there ready to go. But I guess it's looking like they want to produce their own, and of course it's about control because they could easily, do a third party solution like they do with everything else, and reach out to plenty of the utility tokens, which I'm going to say XRP, and many others for whatever functions that the government are looking, to utilize. Because there are many different utilities out there that, that these tokens can take care of. And there are many different sectors of government, okay, not just financial. But it seems like the main focus is finance, which, because finances is what rules the world, basically, is what makes the world go round. So that's the primary focus. So now, this Sham guy, I'm just going to say Sham, guys. I hope you don't mind. No disrespect to the gentleman's name, but I'm just going to say Sham. Sham named 3 use cases. First, cross-border payments, especially for people making small-scale payments, such as migrant workers. The second, the mass chief mentioned financial inclusion, saying that fintech is broadening access. And thirdly, Sham spoke on the opportunity to oh God, this is funny. The opportunity to reduce the very large volume of illicit finance that takes place currently. So, in other words, they want to stop things like money laundering and other illegal activities with cryptocurrencies. But let's be honest, illegal activity existed before cryptocurrencies did. So illicit activities will happen no matter what type of currency is available, which I find very stupid about, using cryptocurrencies because they can be traced to wallets. Those wallets can be traced to people if you do a real thorough investigation. So, dollar to cash, it's still king. Okay, it's quiet. Yes, right now it's starting to get a little bit what's the word? Inconvenient to move around in a pinch, but it's still the easiest, the most quiet to use. All right, so let's not kid ourselves with this nonsense. But anyway, let these people talk the nonsense. Digital tokens, he stated, are either part of the solution or part of the problem. Whatever. But again, guys, let's stay focused on this article. This article is about how the traditional system and how government is looking to move forward with CBDCs. And with them opening the door for central banked digital currencies, this is going to open the floodgates for utility as well. Because you cannot open that door without letting, real value that's already here, ready and available in. You just cannot do that because that would take too much building, too much catching up. They can't do it. Okay? So rest assured that the cryptocurrencies that we're invested in will be let through that door. Now, right here where it says, oh God damn it, these names. Okay, Benoit, I can read that, but this last name, okay, I don't know. Benoit, I'm just going to say Co, because it's up on the screen, and I'm going to link the article in the description so you can read it, for yourselves. And if you want to, pronounce these names, you can do it yourself. Okay, Benoit Co, head of the Innovation Hub at the Bank for International Settlements, said there had been a noticeable rise in interest in central bank digital currencies projects from financial authorities around the world. Let's go further. Now, co-cited that data from a report commissioned by the BIS that found that 80% of central banks said they were conducting CBDC related research last year, a 10% rise from 2018. Now, Coe said there is a strong focus on retail CBDC. When we ask different banks why they are doing it, the answers are different. Emerging market colleagues say it's about financial inclusion and it's about reducing the use of cash, while advanced colleagues in advanced economies tell us it's more about making sure we keep a link between citizens and the central bank as the use of cash dwindles. Now, David Marcus, finally a normal name. David Marcus, the head of Facebook's blockchain operations, said that the big question was whether banks focused on retail CBDC distribution were sufficiently equipped and prepared to serve consumers and small businesses. So again, this is about time as well, because right now time is of the essence. And these people don't have the time to really build the type of infrastructure they're looking to cover in all sectors so CBDCs can be used, keeping their fiat control alive, because that's what this is all about, folks. But again, if they do this, they still have to move forward with cryptocurrency. So no matter what they do to try to, I guess, keep control and remain technically relevant and become more efficient, that still opens the doors for the real cryptocurrencies of utility. Let's move forward with this Dombrovskis guy. Okay. Dombrovskis, meanwhile, stated, in Europe, we are concentrating on developing a pan-European instant payments system. Now, keyword payments, okay, not settlement. Um, they're looking for instant payment system, and that's where initiatives such as Libra come in, because they seem to be offering the same solution on an international scale. Now I'm going to stop right there real quick. Now think about them working with Libra and what I was telling you about infrastructure. The infrastructure for Libra is already set up. They already have a global network through Facebook. These people don't have the time to get this kind of reach. So they will utilize Libra the same way they're still going to utilize certain digital assets that are already primed and ready to go and already have the rails set up. Okay, so do not believe for a second this is going to close the door on cryptocurrencies with utility that are already out there and ready to go, because they're looking to go through Libra. Sorry about that, folks. They're looking to go through Libra for global reach. Okay, so I firmly believe that these utility tokens such as XRP will be in use. Now, let's go further in the article here where Sham admitted that a hybrid financial system where public regulation played a behind-the-scenes role was a possibility. In a scenario like this, he stated, individual citizens won't see the public bodies running the system due to the fact that non-state payments actors will likely play such a dominant role. Meanwhile, today, the World Economic Forum announced the Global Consortium for Digital Currency Governance, which aims to bring together leading companies, financial institutions, government representatives, technical experts, academics, international organizations, NGOs, and members of the forum's communities. Oh God, what's wrong with me? Forums communities on a global level. This consortium will focus on solutions for a fragmented regulatory system. So now, oh, forgive my bumbling, folks, but you see what's on the screen. Now, they're going to be adding, like I told you, all these third-party people in for their input, whether it be for just consulting, actual infrastructure, and all other, other different things that's going to take to get this ball rolling. Okay, so they can't just close the door and say they're going to do this thing themselves. They cannot do it. Okay, so there will be some inclusion of the entities that investors like us are already used to, seeing the household names of cryptocurrencies like Ripple, so far as a corporation, is concerned, you know. And of course, Ripple has been around, you know, heavily with all of these government entities. Okay? Governance is the core pillar of any form of digital currency, said Mark Carney, governor of the Bank of England. It is critical that any framework on digital currencies ensure security, efficiency, and legitimacy of payments while ensuring fair and open competition. Now, it has a video down here below. I'm going to have the article linked in the description so you can check it out for yourselves, because the format that I'm using actually won't even allow me to play it, which you'll be able to see it, but you won't hear it. Now, this is the end of the article. Now, I read all this just to show you something else. Again, like I said in the beginning of the video, a lot of us that are invested in these digital assets that we're holding do not care about CBDCs, but we should care about the doors that it's going to open for our holdings, okay? The doors are opening. So this does matter. CBDC's lives matter to our pockets, okay? And the use case of our tokens. And the reason why this article matters, because I'm going to get to the meat, the potatoes, and the dessert of what I'm going to show you. So just hang on and bear with Rob Cash. Okay, folks, now this right here that you see on the screen, it says the World Economic Forum. Okay, now right here on the title, it says Central Bank Digital Currency Policy Maker Toolkit. So this right here is a PDF that I downloaded, and it gives you, I guess, their plan of what they're going to do about central bank digital currencies and other special type of stable coins and things of that nature. So this gives you, the, I guess, the what's the word I'm looking for, the roadmap of what they're going to be doing with CBDCs and stable coins. So now I'm going to show you the table of comments. Comments. Damn, what the hell's wrong with me today? The table of contents, where it shows you all the things that they talk about in the PDF. All right, so I'm just going to scroll down. Bear with me. I'm going to scroll. There we go here. Table of contents right here. Number 1, background assessment and project management, problem identification and analysis, CBDC form, digital payments ecosystem and landscape evaluation, hybrid CBDC evaluation, operational risk and financial inclusion in retail CBDC, and it goes down, has 12, contents here. So these are all the things that they're going to be talking about in the PDF, but let's get straight to the meat, the potatoes, and the dessert that I found in here that I want to share with you guys. All right? All right, folks, this is the part of the PDF that I wanted to show you guys that I found very, very interesting. Okay? Now I'm going to read at the top right here where it says Digital Payments Ecosystem and Landscape Evaluation. Now it's right here on the left side of the screen. I'm going to expand it if you don't mind. Let me just fix that. Let's do that, folks. All right. Now, most relevant for retail CBDC. Now it says here, domestic or overseas payment service providers. Examples, Alipay and WeChat in China, Swish in Sweden, Paytm in India, M-Pesa in Kenya, Venmo in the US. So they're looking about maybe creating a CBDC for that type of tier. Okay, let's scroll down. Fast retail payment systems. Examples, BIR in Sweden, FPS in the UK, Fast in Singapore, CD ATM system in South Korea, IBPS in China, IMPS in India, TIPS and RT1 in Europe, FedNow service in the US, under development. Hey, we all know who they're under development with. Globally available cryptocurrencies. Examples, Bitcoin, Ether. Stable coins, examples: Center Foundation's USDC, Tether, Libra token, Maker DAO's DAI, Paxos Standard, and the Gemini dollar. Now remember in the article that I just read to you how they was talking about possibly working with Libra. Libra's not dead. Okay? Libra is not dead. Look at their plan right here, their documented plan. So look at this, look at their examples. And they're not naming these examples just because there are a lot of examples lying around. I think a lot of these examples are going to be the standard of what they're going to be working with, using, working together side by side, however you want to see it. But whatever's in these documents, I do believe will be the standard of who they're going to be working with. Most relevant for wholesale CBDC, innovations in existing legacy market infrastructures. Examples: Swift GPI initiative. Swift is the standard of what's being used globally right now. So I'm quite sure they're still going to be working with Swift. Crypto assets designed for inter or intrabank payments and settlements. Let's read that again. Remember what I told you about payments, because it's easy for these guys to deal with payments, but none can settle. So let's read that again. Crypto assets designed for inter or intrabank payments and settlements. Examples: JPM coin. Sorry, folks, I had to laugh at that one. Examples: JPM coin and Ripple's XRP. Now, I know I laughed at JPM coin, but let's ignore that for a second. Look what's next to that, because they had to put something from the traditional perspective in line with this example. They didn't want to just say Ripple's XRP. They couldn't give them that. And we know that. But look at this right here. Look at the examples. Most relevant for wholesale CBDC, innovations in existing legacy market infrastructures. Examples: Swift GPI initiative, crypto assets designed for inter and intrabank payments and settlements. Examples: JPM coin and Ripple's XRP. Now remember, they said for payments and settlements. JPM coin can't settle shit. XRP is agnostic. It can settle anything. And the key word, settle. It can bridge any infrastructure together. It can bridge any sandbox. It can bridge any body of water together. It's the bridge asset. Okay? Collaboratively developed DLT-driven intrabank payment systems. Example: utility settlement coin, USC. Yeah, it could be a settlement coin, but how is it going to be moved? If you've done your research with Ripple and XRP, you already know how that's going to work. You know how that's going to work, and you know who's going to work it. This is the meat, the potatoes, and the dessert. I don't have to go any further. So again, the article I read you at the beginning of this video, combined with the information from the PDF I just showed you, just let you know why that article was relevant. And our digital assets are going to be relevant very, very soon. And also want to send my condolences to the Bryant family. I didn't want to start the video off with that, and I was even undecided of whether I should put this video because I was excited about this news earlier this morning, and and I was watching the Brad Kime stream this morning, and we were talking about this briefly, and there was lots to be excited about today. But again, my son is devastated by this. He's a heavy basketball fan, and he's a Lakers fan, and and this is bad for their families. The pilot of the aircraft, and the Bryant family, and the other members of that plane crash who lost their lives, their families grieving, and again, this is This is just unbelievably tragic, and I didn't want to begin the video that way, but I do want to send my condolences out to everyone, that was part of that tragic accident, and just want to tell everybody, enjoy life, laugh, love, and hug a family member, and mend a relationship if you can, because we're not promised tomorrow. And this is Rob Cash, and I'm off the set.